Rage Nation. Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage Oklahoma News, and we are so excited. Rage in the Cage 96 is about to go down at the Payne County Expo Center in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We are here at Academy of Martial Arts doing our countdown to Rage Night, and this is Gavin Baughman. He is going to be fighting on the Rage in the Cage card. We have a Roll in the Cage card the night before, and then, of course, Rage in the Cage. This will be your second time in the cage for Rage in the Cage, but the first time was, of course, a kickboxing bout in Altus, Oklahoma. Walk us through how you felt on that fight.
So going into the fight, I was like, man, I'm not nervous for this. And then on the night of the fight, it's just I got in the back room and I was warming up, and I was like, man, this is real now. So got in the cage, and first round I didn't really feel comfortable. After that, I started warming up. It was good. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, good. So the minute that cage door closes, it's kind of like fighters have described to me before that it's almost like slow motion.
Yeah.
And you can hear every little clink of the cage door closing, and all of that is just like surreal.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you felt?
I would describe it as like a lucid dream almost.
Yeah.
It feels really weird.
And that fight card, and it's even different when it's just the room is just packed.
Mm-hmm.
And that fight card, we had pretty much a packed house on that one.
It was loud.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people yelling. Yeah. Definitely felt a little pressure before it started.
Nice. But you ended up winning that one, getting your hand raised at the end. So any takeaways from that as far as things that you need to work on next time so you don't have those same feelings?
Yeah. I would say just staying like not being afraid of getting scared, I guess, if that makes sense.
Not being afraid of being afraid.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, and Coach will probably tell you this, there's a real art, not just in the fighting aspect, but there is a real art in the mind.
Yes.
Of getting
definitely.
your mind prepared for the fight game, and people don't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And even you have the adrenaline dump, and I know Coach probably walks you guys through that and how to kind of deal with that. But a lot of that is not just because you're exhausted physically.
Yeah.
It's because your mind is just so like overwhelmed.
Yes.
You know, and so your body just kind of like gives up on you per se, and you just have that adrenaline dump. And then did you have that happen, and how'd you work through it?
Yeah, I did. Like towards the last round, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here and I'm just gonna throw punches. I don't care what happens. And I think it played to my advantage because I ended up winning the fight probably based on the third round.
Nice. Well, congratulations on that victory. I probably got to interview you that night, so congratulations on that. Although I think I was a bit busy, I didn't get through all the interviews. I usually like to interview the winner.
Mm-hmm.
And some nights when we have too many fights and we have to end by a certain time, I have to pull out of interviews. But congratulations again on that. So now you are going mixed martial arts. You're doing the full throttle for Rage 96. So what made you take the jump from the kickboxing to the martial arts?
Well, actually, my first fight, it was supposed to be MMA, but my opponent backed out last minute, and the only way I could get a fight is if I took a kickboxing match. So I was willing to do that, but MMA is just, it's more captivating to me. Mm-hmm. I've been training MMA for 2 years now, and I've fallen in love with it. So I've just been trying to make my debut for a while now.
Well, and does fights fall through? Or
Yeah.
It happens. Dang it. It's like, it's kind of weird, and I've got Coach hanging out over here, but it seems like MMA has changed in the past probably 3 or 4 years. It just seems like fights fall through. People don't. More people are getting in the gym, but not as many people are taking it as serious.
Yeah, definitely.
And so we've definitely seen that happen. And gosh, Stage is here behind the camera, and his brother Gavin was on this card and has been through like 6 opponents now. So it definitely happens, and it's kind of a sad reality is everybody wants to be a fighter until they get booked on a card, and then all of a sudden, oh, I've got something else to do that weekend or whatnot.
Yeah.
So
especially when you're cutting all that weight, it's just it sucks whenever somebody backs out and you've already made this commitment to the fight camp, and then you got an opponent, and at the end of the day, you just got to sit back and watch.
Yeah. Well, and when you're young and you your diet, the kind of diet that you want to have versus the one that you have to have when you're in fight camp.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So, you've been training for 2 years in martial arts.
Mhm.
Has it been here at AMA the entire time?
Yes, ma'am.
And what brought you here?
So I was playing football, and then going into my junior season, I broke 4 of the bones in my foot, and I didn't like the way that my coach was treating me after that. And I was already like really into watching MMA and stuff like that, and like martial arts in general. So I decided to look for a gym, and this was the best one I found.
Okay. And where did you go to high school at? So you live in this area?
Yeah, I went to Del City High School.
Okay. So not far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. And so you've been here for 2 years, and you've had fights fall through. What belt level are you in jiu-jitsu?
I am still a white belt.
Okay. It happens.
Mhm.
Hey, we're all busy, and there's not like a certain schedule on that, and we all do everything in our
Yeah.
own time. Well, good. So I'm so proud of you, and I'm looking forward to see you in the cage for your martial arts bout. Is there anything else that I may have missed that you want our fans out there to know about you?
I think I'm all good.
Okay, good. So, Rage Nation, come check this guy out for Rage in the Cage 96. Contact him if you would like tickets, or of course you can go on stubborn.com, scroll down menu, and choose his name at checkout. We're going to see you guys Friday, November 10th for Roll in the Cage 9, Saturday, November 11th for Rage in the Cage 96. We do have an option for a 2-day ticket online at stubborn.com if you'd like to do that. But don't forget to choose your fighter's name that you support, and we will see you there Friday and Saturday for Roll 9 and Rage 96 in Stillwater. See you guys then.